Imagine this. It's 11 p.m. You tell yourself you're going to bed early tonight. No excuses, no scrolling, no distractions, just sleep. But then your phone lights up. One notification, one message, one video. And suddenly what felt like 5 minutes turns into 2 hours. You check the clock. 1:17 a.m., a little later. 2:04 a.m., then 3 a.m. And that's when reality hits. You know tomorrow is going to hurt, yet somehow you do it again and again and again. The next morning, your alarm explodes into the room. You open your eyes. Your body feels glued to the mattress. Your head feels heavy. Your focus is gone before the day even starts. You drag yourself out of bed, grab a coffee, and tell yourself the same lie you've told yourself 100 times before. Tonight will be different. But here's the strange part. While you're struggling to survive on 6 hours of sleep, there are people who seem to thrive on it. The entrepreneur posting at 5 a.m., the athlete already finishing a workout before sunrise, the creator who somehow runs 3 businesses and still looks energized. You've probably wondered, how are they doing it? Do they know something I don't? Were they born different? Or is there a hidden secret behind sleep that most people never learn? Today we're going to uncover the truth, and the answer is probably not what you think. Because the goal is not to sleep less, the goal is to recover more. Most people spend their lives chasing extra hours of sleep. But what if the real problem isn't the amount of sleep you're getting? What if the real problem is the quality of that sleep? Think about it. Have you ever slept for 9 hours and still felt exhausted? Of course you have. And have you ever slept for 6 hours and somehow felt surprisingly good? That happens too. So clearly, there's something deeper going on. And there is. Your body doesn't recover based on the clock. It recovers based on what happens inside your brain while you're asleep. Every single night, your brain begins a complex journey. A journey through cycles, not random sleep, not unconsciousness, but a carefully designed biological process that has been evolving for millions of years. Most people have never been taught how it works, and because they don't understand it, they accidentally sabotage it every night. Let's start with the first thing you need to know. When you sleep, your brain doesn't simply shut off. In many ways, it's incredibly active. It moves through different stages of sleep, each serving a specific purpose. One stage repairs the body, another repairs the mind, one restores energy, another organizes memories, one strengthens your immune system, another boosts creativity and problem solving. It's like having an overnight maintenance crew working on every system in your body. But here's the catch. That crew can only do its job if you allow the process to happen uninterrupted. Every late-night scroll, every unnecessary caffeine hit, every stressful thought, every inconsistent bedtime, all of it interferes with that recovery process. Imagine hiring a team to renovate your house overnight, but every 20 minutes you turn on the lights, wake them up, and interrupt their work. The next morning, the house isn't finished. That's exactly what many people do to their brains every night. And then they wonder why they're tired. The truth is simple. Sleep is not about unconsciousness. Sleep is about recovery. And recovery is what creates energy, not motivation, not willpower, not caffeine, energy. That's why some people wake up feeling powerful after fewer hours. They've optimized recovery, while others spend more time in bed but get less actual restoration. And once you understand how this works, you'll never look at sleep the same way again. So let's break down the system used by high performers, athletes, and people who consistently wake up feeling fresh, focused, and ready for the day. The first principle is consistency. And this one sounds boring, but it might be the most powerful sleep upgrade you'll ever make. Most people think sleep is all about bedtime. It's not. Your brain operates on an internal clock called your circadian rhythm. This clock influences everything: energy, focus, hormones, body temperature, mood, even hunger. When you go to sleep at midnight one day, 2 a.m. the next day, and 11 p.m. after that, your internal clock becomes confused. Your body never knows when to prepare for rest. It's like constantly changing time zones. Now imagine doing that every week. No wonder you feel tired. But when you sleep and wake at roughly the same time every day, something incredible happens. Your brain begins preparing for sleep automatically. Melatonin is released more efficiently. Deep sleep arrives faster. Recovery improves. Waking up becomes easier, not because you're forcing it, because your body expects it. And that's where real energy begins. But consistency alone isn't enough. There's another hidden factor most people ignore, and it has everything to do with timing. Because not all wake-ups are created equal. Have you ever noticed that sometimes you wake up before your alarm and feel great? And other times, even after sleeping longer, you feel like you've been hit by a truck? That's not random. It's because your brain sleeps in cycles. Roughly every 90 minutes, your brain moves through a complete sleep cycle. Within those cycles, different kinds of recovery happen. Some stages focus on physical restoration, others focus on mental restoration. The magic happens when these cycles are completed naturally, but when your alarm drags you out of the middle of a cycle, your brain feels disoriented. Scientists call this sleep inertia. Most people simply call it misery. This is why someone sleeping 6 hours can sometimes feel better than someone sleeping 7. The person sleeping 6 hours completed 4 clean cycles. The other person interrupted 1. Suddenly, it's not just about quantity, it's about timing. And this leads us to one of the biggest mistakes modern society has normalized, treating sleep as something you can simply squeeze into whatever time remains after everything else. Work first, entertainment second, social media third, sleep last. But your brain doesn't work that way. Sleep isn't the leftover part of your day. It's the foundation that determines the quality of everything else. Your focus tomorrow depends on your sleep tonight. Your mood tomorrow depends on your sleep tonight. Your productivity tomorrow depends on your sleep tonight. Your decisions tomorrow depend on your sleep tonight. In many ways, tomorrow begins before you even fall asleep, which brings us to the next secret, the final hour before bed. Most people unknowingly destroy their sleep during this hour. Think about the average evening. Bright phone screens, emails, news, arguments online, stressful conversations, endless scrolling. Your body may be lying in bed, but your brain thinks it's preparing for battle. Then people wonder why they can't fall asleep. Your brain wasn't designed to go from maximum stimulation to deep recovery in 5 minutes. It needs a transition, a landing strip, a shutdown sequence. This is where the most successful sleepers separate themselves from everyone else. They create a ritual, not because it's trendy, because it works. 1 hour before bed, dim the lights. Put your phone away. Read something calming. Stretch. Meditate. Write down your thoughts. Slow everything down. Send a clear signal to your brain. The day is over. Recovery begins now. And when you do this consistently, something remarkable happens. You stop fighting sleep. Sleep starts finding you. Now let's talk about mornings, because how you start your morning can determine how you'll feel all day. The first thing most people do after waking up is grab their phone, notifications, messages, emails, social media. Within seconds, their brain is flooded with information. Stress enters before their feet even touch the floor. Instead, try something different. Step outside, get sunlight on your face. Even just 10 minutes can make a huge difference. Natural light tells your brain that the day has officially begun. Your internal clock resets, alertness increases, your body begins producing the chemicals associated with wakefulness and focus. This is one of the simplest habits you can build, and yet it's one of the most powerful. But sunlight isn't the only morning weapon. Movement matters too. You don't need an intense workout. You don't need to run 5 miles. You simply need to move. A few push-ups, a short walk, a few minutes of stretching, anything that gets your blood flowing. Because movement creates momentum, and momentum creates energy. Most people wait until they feel energized before taking action. High performers understand the opposite. Action creates energy, not the other way around. Now let's address one of the biggest energy thieves in modern life: caffeine. Before you panic, this isn't an anti-coffee speech. Coffee can be useful. The problem is timing. Many people drink caffeine late in the afternoon and wonder why they struggle at night. What they don't realize is that caffeine can stay active in the body for many hours. Even if you fall asleep, your sleep quality may suffer. Your body rests, but your recovery decreases. It's like charging your phone with a damaged cable. It looks connected, but the battery never fully fills. That's why one simple change can dramatically improve sleep quality. Avoid caffeine late in the day. Your future self will thank you. Now let's talk about your sleep environment. Imagine trying to recover in a room that's too hot, too bright, too noisy. Your body has to fight those distractions all night long. The ideal sleep environment is surprisingly simple. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos that help you improve your mind and your life. And let me know in the comments, what's the first sleep habit you're going to improve starting tonight? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.